Great good morning to each and every person who has made that date to get to make sure that they get to be part and parcel of this show called The Lounge. Super excited. The month is almost coming to an end. Almost, is it? Can I say that? It's ending.
It's ending.
So, tikambeko pali vajama panga maplani no boya pwanya pa last minute after I fall. There's such people though, where you make a budget. Then after money comes, you get paid, you forget about whatever that you planned. Yeah. Come back to you, ignore.
You ignore.
Saying, I'm gonna plan later. Then you mean foot my trouble, my child foot
and then you get to bring those plans again into perspective. Yeah. The time that you are broke to say, this is what I'm going to do. And then boom, everything goes say. The first thing that comes to your mind is like, wow, function. You know, let's go out. So waenda kusekesha mpashi, then it just goes all about like Sasila Zonse. Then you start crying, yeah, same me.
This is The Lounge, where we get to talk about entertainment and what's been happening as far as entertainment is concerned right here. I'm usually PMC with my colleague right here, Professor Lance, as we get to talk about what's been trending. So many stories that have been happening this week, and just in case you missed out on what we've been talking about any other week in this month as well, we should get to do some highlights as well, just to get to update you on what's been happening on this very month of May.
Yeah, definitely. So quite a lot has been happening as far as entertainment is concerned for the month of May. A lot of controversies, a lot of things coming out, a lot of songs that have come out. Some songs are hit songs, some songs are flop. And great managers, great productions coming out. We also have got videos, brand new videos that came out. Roberto, of course, making news on the international scene. His song being #1 for, it should be 2 weeks now in a row on Trace
Africa.
And then also talking about Money Gang. Chandambao also at some point, no, not at some point, but is it on MTV base? His song is #1. On MTV base. So quite a lot have come out, and quite a lot of things are happening. Also Scott doing awesome, doing nice, as he also takes on the motivational side, where he gets to motivate his fellow entertainers. So quite a whole lot that has been happening for this particular month of May, and it's been quite an awesome month, quite a good month, which somebody would say at least entertainment wise things were happening and things were being pushed.
True that. And still to come on the show right here, we still have Nez Long making news, and also forgetting if you're a huge fan of Banner from Chipata right there, who is so proud to talk about Chipata right there, the guy who's behind For Day Day. So he has decided to get to drop a remix, which has the Dope Boys, the people behind Oyampu, plus J Cash and Dismo. So we're going to be talking about those and more still to come right here. But like we always said, let's go straight to our motivation. On the other side, we still have the Lounge talent coming through right here.
there are only two animals on the planet that the Creator identified himself with. The first one is the eagle. The eagle. And the second animal is the lion. And when I identified those two animals as his favorite to identify himself with, I recognized I better study these two animals, because if he is the leader of the universe and I want to be a leader on earth, I better find out the nature of these animals and also the attitude of these animals. And I discovered that both of them are the kings of their domain. The eagle is the king of the bird kingdom, and the lion is the king of the animal kingdom. But let's talk a little bit about the lion. The lion has what I call the spirit of leadership. And this word spirit here is referring to attitude. Everybody say attitude. A leader has an attitude that makes him or her different from followers. Now, the lion is the king of the jungle, but the lion to me is a great source of encouragement to all of us. I want you to write this down. Remember this as long as you live. Number one, the lion is not the tallest animal in the jungle. Number two, the lion is not the largest animal in the jungle. Number three, the lion is not the heaviest animal in the jungle. Number four, the lion is not the smartest animal or the most intelligent animal in the jungle. And yet, when he shows up, they all run away. Well, here's one of my favorite quotes that I put in my books, and I believe it really brings home the point. An army of sheep led by a lion will always defeat an army of lions led by a sheep. And the answers to that dilemma is this: because leadership can transform cowards into violent warriors. The right kind of leadership can transform a timid into bold people who are fearless. Leadership is that powerful. Leadership can walk into a camp of depressed people, and in 20 minutes they have turned on into unbelievable, powerful armies. Because leadership determines everything. The lion is the king of the jungle because of one word: attitude. Everybody say attitude. Write it down. Attitude. The lion has a different attitude that makes every animal afraid of him. Now, we don't want to lead by fear, but it does take respect for you to become a leader. When I use the word fear in the jungle, we're talking about respect. The elephant respects the lion. The hyenas respect the lion. The giraffes, they respect the lion. What makes these massive animals respect such a small cat? The attitude is the difference. For example, a lion will see an elephant, and the thing that comes to his mind, one word: lunch. I could eat this thing. And he acts the way he thinks. Now, here's another amazing mystery. The elephant is larger, bigger, stronger, more powerful, heavier, and more intelligent. And yet, when the elephant sees the lion, one word comes to mind: eater. Attitude is a product of belief. You cannot have an attitude beyond your belief. So your attitude comes from your belief system. The lion is the king because of what he believes about himself.
All right, so that is our particular motivation for this morning. Of course, talking about attitude. So your attitude towards what you want to achieve is what determines how your outlook or your outcome will be. So if you have the right attitude, then you are going to reap what you want to get.
Very interesting motivation, and I was saying in the background, and I love examples being given.
Yeah.
The lion is not the heaviest animal in the jungle. The lion is not the smartest animal in the jungle. But when it shows up, everybody
fears and run away.
And that's some awesome motivation if you were to ask my opinion right there. And truth be told, like someone was telling me that when you're doing something, make sure that you're different.
Yeah.
Make sure that you are comfortable in what you're doing as much as you look up to someone. Because at the end of the day, we all know that the lion now, not now, but it has always been saying it's the king of the jungle.
It's the king of the jungle.
Make sure that you do something that's different. If you are writing your exams, others are not studying, or maybe other ways. We've seen some pupils who can, maybe the teacher, they've been taught a way that they're supposed to calculate a certain mathematics. At the end of the day, they get to find their own way that they're supposed to be right there. So make sure that you get to make every dream that you want to get to achieve at the end of the day on a different aspect, and think bigger than other people are thinking at the end of the day right there.
Yeah, so definitely. So you have to be like a lion because of attitude. Your attitude will determine what you are going to get at the end of it all. And like we always say, and like we have always put it on this very show, if you have a drive towards something that you want to achieve or towards your passion, then definitely you are going to achieve that, because it's all about the drive. It's all about having something which needs to push you. Okay, if nothing is pushing you, if nothing is moving you towards that particular goal that you want to achieve, then at the end of the day you are always going to be complaining to say you never achieve your goals, you never achieve anything that you set for you to attain it, because you don't have a drive, you don't have emotion. So attitude is one of those things that can lead you to achieve that thing that you definitely need or want to achieve. So there were two examples even of an eagle. An eagle is the king of the birds. The lion is the king of the jungle. So this is something that needs to be taken seriously, and something that needs to get embedded in your head and also inscripted in your heart to say, this is exactly what I want to do, and this is how I'm going to attain it and achieve it. And if you put your mind to it, then definitely that thing is going to come to fruition. Yeah.
And speaking about interacting with our viewers right here as well, so what you can do if you're watching this show right about now, and you want to be part and parcel of this show. So what we are asking you on this very day is just that you can share with us on how your month of May it has been. Just share with us, drop us a message right there. Are your dreams working out? Things that you did plan for the month of year working out? Or maybe as well, you can also get to share with us on how you get to make sure that you get to stick to your budget, because like I said earlier on, I know I was making a joke at the end of the day, but there's something very serious. When you make up a plan, or maybe you make up a budget, do you still stick to that budget? Or maybe because when money comes, you forget about everything at the end of the day right there. So get interactive. The number is on your screen right there, or rather can also get to follow us on Facebook. That is the lounge right there as well, and get to be part of the show. Yeah,
definitely. So let's get super interactive. Make sure that you send us that particular text message. Let's get talking, let's get interactive, as we'll be able to read your messages and your comments right here live on TV. And of course, not forgetting, you can also get to like our Facebook page, which is The Lounge. Get to like it, inbox us there, send us a message, write a comment, and definitely we are going to make sure that we keep you engaged, and we keep on talking with you. And of course, a great look out and shout out to everybody that just took time, woke up this morning, and you are watching this particular show. Remember, if you are catching it for the very first time, this is your first time seeing this show on Prime TV, well, The Lounge is a breakfast entertainment show. So on this particular show, we only get to give you exclusive entertainment news, and we're talking about Zambian. Okay, we're keeping it local, because local is laka. So we give you exclusive interviews, we give you exclusive news, and of course we get to give you an up close with the entertainers that that you follow in our motherland here. We do not play music videos on this particular show. If you want to watch a music video, if you want to request for a video, you want to vote for a video, make sure that you catch D Black Malachi every Saturdays at 15:30 as he brings to you the Mokwana Top 10. That's where you would catch music videos. But on this show, we only talk about entertainment news and give you an up close of what your entertainers are up to and what they are doing.
Okay, so let's go straight to another clip right there, and something that we call the lounge talent, just to get to check out what society or other communities they have right there. So this is something that we get to receive in our inbox, like we always make mention. And if you're watching right about now, if you think you have someone that have something very different or better than something that we're about to show you right about now, what you can do is that the number is on your screen right there. Send us that clip on that WhatsApp number, and surely the production, they're going to be making sure that they get to show that right here. Let's go straight to the lounge talent. On the other side, we can start with some stories that have been trending this week.
Nika dance kama dizi, kaenda bwana nika dance kama dizi, hey, nika dance kama dizi. They don't top 10 with the dances. Manje manje mwenzo vina chimwemwe dance. Hapa manje vana mipasa fwedede. Do boys na oyampu ya kumuti mosquito dance. Iye na is a new dance. Dance band kama this. Come again dance band kama dizi. Aka Kevin nika dance kama dizi. Aka Kevin nika dance kama Nika dance kama dizi, kaenda bwana nika dance kama dizi, hey, nika dance kama dizi. They don't top 10 with the dances. Manje manje mwenzo vina chimwemwe dance. Hapa manje vana mipasa fwedede. Do boys na oyampu ya kumuti mosquito dance. Iye na is a new dance. Dance band kama this. Come again dance band kama dizi. Aka Kevin nika dance kama dizi. Aka Kevin nika dance kama.
All right, so this is what it's all about, and of course we received that into our inbox, and like we always put it, like we always mention, if you feel and you think that you've got talent and you'd love to showcase it on live TV, make sure that you get to send it on our Facebook page, that is The Lounge. Make sure that you like it and then send it in our inbox, and of course the IT team for The Lounge will definitely look up to it and get to preview it and see if it's okay and capable of it to go on TV. So that is what it is. You have got talent, send it through, and it's going to be showcased right here on live TV.
Stories making news, and before we get to dive in our clips, one of the stories which is trending right there is about J Cash show. I don't know if you checked out that.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
About someone making a show.
I think
using his name on the banner.
I think I got screenshots. There should be one which is called Totries.
Yeah, which I'm checking out right about now. With a caption on Twitter saying there's no J Cash show in both Kawe and Mansa.
Yeah.
My phone been buzzing over this nonsense. So there are some words right there which we can't get to mention right there, but the only thing that he said is that see you in court, Mr. Fake promoter. Trying to steal this food I wake my what off for restless days and nights off my plate.
Yeah, when I saw that yesterday, I was very saddened because there are people that are trying so hard to push for music, to push for our entertainment to really be up there, and then you know, these entertainers, they put in quite a lot of effort. And speaking about J Cash, J Cash of late has been an icon that people would talk about because of the great energy, the great works that the young man is really putting into the Zambian music industry. And then you get to find people trying to use his name so that they can get money from probably his fans who would love to go and see J Cash at
do you think people would make a show if you never had an agreement? Do you think that is possible?
Yes,
or maybe there was some misunderstanding. Maybe because sometimes you start up a business. For example, you say, okay, I need you to be one of the people who come perform to my show at the end of the day. Then maybe in that agreement, you know how some people will be like, imagine what if we don't make the money that this person is asking at the end of the day? Because I've seen some shows happening in that manner, people saying, okay, how about we pay you such an amount? Then after the show, we finish the amount. Most artists say no to that. Most artists.
But professionally, that's how it's supposed to be. To say we give you a down payment, okay, that's the reason why there's need for contract signing, okay, or agreement signing.
Which I feel most people don't do.
Or agreement signing. So you give down payment and then you sign an agreement to say immediately after the show, after the artist performs, or you, the artist, you ensure that immediately after you perform, you get your last money, whether they made money or not, but there was an agreement between the two of you, okay? But again, the question that you asking, I've seen so many shows where, or I've been with show promoters, show organizers, where they would just sit down and say, this time around. Oh, okay, Jcash is happening. So if we want to get people to come to our show, since it's funa kutiva lipile, then let's put Jcash on the banner. Let's put Jcash on the flyers or whatever that they print out for advertisement. Okay, they put Jcash without even talking to him or consulting him. These things happen. I think I've seen this quite a number of times. Even the time that I was active in making shows, I saw this happening. You sit down with your colleagues and then they'll be like, da, come on, how do you put somebody mukaibo kambanai? So this thing really happens. And in Jcash situation, it's actually two provinces or two places. In Mansa, he says that they never finished the business with the promoter. Okay, like you said, maybe Vanayamba Kukamba and then Jcash requested for a certain amount. Then the promoter said, no, I don't have such an amount. Let's see where it will take us. And then you see the paper, a conversation. But the promoter still goes on and put Jcash's name despite business not being finished with Jcash. And then Totris Kabwe Kujakweve ni jauti tenti mwike po ktisa zabwera. What we want is people coming to the club, pay for this show, because they were charging should be 30 kwacha if I'm not mistaken.
You know, one thing that people need to put in mind is that you are tarnishing someone's name, image, by the way.
Yeah.
So if you put someone on a banner without their consent, fans won't take it that way.
Yeah,
they'll just look like Jcash is skating.
Anamekas anabwed. That's how they will look at it. So this is what really happens. Show organizers, and I think this is not the first time that we see people or an artist complaining about these show organizers. I think this has been the talk of the town, the talk of the day many times, because if not Nezlong, it's Bobby East. He also complained about the same these show organizers. One, maybe they would want to give you less money. Two, they will invite you and come and perform for free. No so maybe they give you down payment because you never signed an agreement or a contract. So this thing of promoters, organizers, I think it's been talked about a lot of times, and this thing, it's so sad to see that this thing still continues to happen. Yeah.
The other story which was making news as well when it comes to new artists, okay, talking to these guys who are already there.
Yeah, oh yeah. Melody
Man, Tilo. So this artist right there wrote something on his timeline with a screenshot. That's why my artist, you need to be careful with my inbox, my artist down. Because this was like something different right there. So this artist wrote something on their Facebook saying, everyone is a king where he comes from, and you are the king, and they are the king here in Livingston. Pull them up. Honestly, okay, I can't pay 1 pin for a feature, even when I'm down to a person. We struggle with deadly punchline on the way, something like that. But the point is, when this person wrote that, he went to the conversation that they had with Tilo. Then screenshot it and got the image and had to put it on their timeline, saying this is the amount and this is the conversation that I had with Tilo.
Yeah, I think.
And Tilo said, you have to pay me 1,000.
Yeah, but I think something that would say this guy missed out was the fact that because he continued to mention, say, why are you saying 1,000 now when we talked in the past you talked about 300, you were charging 300, so why 1,000? But come on, things have changed, you know. There are so many factors that are coming in, maybe change of producer, change of studio, or maybe co-studio by Kilako, recording fees, this and the likes. You don't just look at somebody putting in either a verse or a chorus in the song, but you also look at that he needs to pay the producer, and then also in Kanyakti, Livingston, Lusaka, data file sending, it requires some gigs, MBs, or whatever medium that you are using to send that. So the time that this guy spoke to Tilo, wow, maybe that was quite a long time ago that a 300 used to make sense to Tilo, or maybe by that time it was making sense. But right now, wish.
But still, because you know, we're talking about two people in media. The difference is that the other one is doing better. The other one is still pushing.
Yeah.
Now, on those aspects, as much as you want to maybe talk about something, or maybe bring out something, say, okay, this is the amount someone told me to pay. Because sometimes when you are doing something, you're putting something, you have to think, okay, if it was me doing this to someone. Because, for example, people still complain if they don't get paid for shows, they don't get features where they're supposed to make money, they don't get downloads where they're supposed to get money. Now, imagine someone who records their music, put in a lot of work, they tell, okay, this is an amount that you're supposed to pay. Then you get that and put it on Facebook, which was a private conversation.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess we live in the era, in a technological era, where people feel like the only way they can express their grievances is through social media.
But you know, such grievances leaves you in a sorrow. Because after
yeah,
doing that,
does.
people will start not to respect you at the end of the day. That's the honest opinion.
Yeah, very true. So, anyway, it's just quite unfortunate and so bad that such is happening. And I was just going down the comments on the same Facebook page, and then, wow, people can talk. Somebody was like cracking a joke to say, oh, okay, so if Tilo can charge 1,000 for a feature, Nish Makitu are charging a zingati.
And things that some people don't have to know, like people who follow your music.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know, whoever taught these people how to screen grab or screenshot is a person that made a really big mistake. Or maybe screenshot because that was private, okay? Him and Tilo were chatting via Messenger or via WhatsApp or whatever medium, and then why bring it out to the public? Because if you wanted to talk to Tilo in the public, why not only go on his timeline and post about Tilo Nfuna feature than going to the inbox and then bring what was in the inbox and bring it out to the public? That wasn't a right move and the right decision. As much as he may have grievances to say Vianach 1,000 or Tilo what he's doing is bad. Yeah, you can be mad, you can have such a grievance, but bringing it out to the public like that was not just a good idea.
Before you do something, make sure that you get to seek advice.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, like I said earlier on, some things when you are thinking you're helping yourself, it leaves you in a sorrow and a depressed moment right there as well. Let's move on to another clip right there. So, Ati, how does it say it? Bana.
Mwana wako chipata bana.
Yeah, like that. So he decides to drop a remix version.
A remix.
And you know how it's quite very hard to make sure that you get to maintain the bar when you drop a normal song, like for Your Maps. If truth be told, if Your Maps was to drop finally a remix song, I wonder how people would take that. Truth be told, I wonder how people would take that. But let's check out if this song is gonna be as good as the first version. Let's check out Fuedede remix. On the other side, we still have more juicy entertainment news coming through right here on the lounge. that's pretty much on what
what Burna and of course his colleagues came up with. So speaking about the original version, he featured J-Max and Y Celeb from the 408 Empire, and then this time around he decides to drop them, or drop 408 Empire, and then comes up with the Dope Boys, who are doing almost a similar thing with 408 Empire. And then also, aside from that, he also gets to bring on board Dismo, which is the big Dismo, or the original Dismo. And then aside from that, he also brings about the rap guru, talking about J Mula, J Cash, J Sagali, J Ndalama. And then so this is what it's all about, and this is what really is happening. So let's hope that it's gonna be as good as the original song is, or was, because people obviously are expecting to say this one is gonna be better, or is gonna be much more juicy than the first one that we had. At least I got a chance to listen to it, but we leave it out there to Burna's fans, and of course people that are watching, to give out their comments on the song.
You know how the guys do it. And you know, it's like, you know how you've heard trap music, is it? Trap music, these guys who form groups like Zone Farm, now in the trap music, there's a way that this person is supposed to sound, this person is supposed to sound, and they know how this person is supposed to be on the high pitch, low pitch. Now, comparing with the Dope Boys, there's the other one who has a deep voice, a horsey voice, the other one with a small voice. But how they use it is quite very different. You know, they are unique in their own way. Someone other put them then we know. But anyways, it's quite very interesting right there. They always make my day, truth be told.
Oh yeah.
And I love how everything is done right there as well. So like we said earlier on, if you want to get to be part and parcel of this show right here called The Lounge, you can get super interactive. The number is on your screen right there. Send us your messages and tell us where you're watching from. And also, not forgetting, you can also share with us on how your month of May it has been. So we'll get to hear what you were up to. Are your goals working? Or maybe are you planning on doing something that you feel like you don't want to repeat in the next month? It's better to plan in a month than in a year. That's what I think.
Yeah, planning for a month is better. So, in other news, I know last week we talked about it, and people obviously have been waiting to hear what's next. Dave, brand new video.
I'm sure it's dropped. Is it 8?
It's dropped right now.
8. Dave.
Yeah.
Kambaka Love.
Love.
Like mama ndezo kambira ati mukaona Davish maona Bobby East mu video. Maona na Kobe. Or XYZ family in short. All the entire family in that video right there. And by the way, this is his first video.
His first video, yeah.
Most of the videos that Dave, you've seen him as features.
He just feature in the video, or maybe a vinache, or maybe nyimbo yana featuring amo. But this is his first official video. So it's out already. You can check it out on YouTube. Make sure that you go on YouTube, just type Kambaka Love Dev, and it will definitely pop up like that. Get to see the video and see how good it is, and of course the quality. At least I got a chance of seeing the trailer.
Coming soon, yeah.
The coming
Very
soon,
interesting.
and was much interested in seeing the pastorship of Bobby. So katoka hapa fast kukatamba tuone mwezi.
Okay, but one thing that's making my day is this thing.
Come. Really?
Like really? Yeah. So this guy's made my day.
Is it?
You know what? People are standing because it's Friday, and you know how people are so excited about Friday.
About Friday, it's a weekend. You know, the birth of the weekend.
Somewhere, so it's supposed to be making sure that everybody contributes.
Yes,
right?
they contribute.
Somewhere, it's like you're asking. So kutula po. Ngata kwete muntu andi.
Waja.
No, they'll be counting how many. How many sips?
It depends what you've bought. Ngati ni chanchi whiskey, ngani brandy, ngati ni ututumalaga tumasida. So it depends what you buy. Ngeve mzamba ngani maboto. Ongani makapsa mwangati.
And also something that I wanted to share with you, something very sad that I saw in Chaisa.
Okay.
Where you know how I don't know if everybody at one point learned something in school. Why is it very important that you get to check whatever that you get to buy? You make sure that you check the expiry date. Now imagine this scenario where it happened this week, where some goods expired, but this company decided to give it as free to the public. Wow. Okay, it is expired. Okay, so we all know that when something is expired, doesn't matter, maybe it expired today, then you feel like, okay, it's expired, you know, what. There's a reason why that date was put, that that food is gonna expire. I don't know how many of you who are watching this show, you make some time to check out, okay, is this thing that I'm about to maybe cook and use, is it expired? Because sometimes what they always, I think this statement is not something that we should take for granted.
Yeah, and take lightly.
Like free things have more consequences. Yeah. Because you don't know how that is going to affect your stomach and everything at the end of the day right there. As much as it is free of charge. Because the same things that people get for free, and imagine those are drinks. People are going to sell them on the street. Oh, yeah. Then imagine someone who's traveling, they just get to buy that on the window. No, because I want to get that. Please make sure that you get to check the expiry date. And that's something that I wanted to get to say right here on TV.
Oh yeah, it's really bad and sad that such would happen, because I think there've been too much advocacy against getting or selling expired goods, expired foodstuffs, because they've got their own consequences, and of course they've got their own disadvantages to the body. And it's so sad to hear that a company, after realizing that their goods are expired, then they decide to leash them on the public out there. This makes a sad hearing, and I think that company really needs to be checked at, and probably provoke an uprising against it. Because as for me personally, I think I would drive an angry mob to storm those people's offices and really ask them to say, why do such a thing to the poor, innocent people? What were they trying to do? How was it so hard for them to just get the goods, go and destroy them, and like putting it out to the public? So this really makes it a very sad hearing. Yeah. And still moving on to the stories, we're going to be talking more on what's been happening as far as Facebook is concerned. But Katongo, current brand new video. Yeah. And pretty much excited right there as well. And right there, so what is happening right about now? If you're sending your messages, they are scrolling below our screens. Right there, so super excited about that. So we're checking out what you're sending right there. We want to get as much as interactive with you, our viewers, as possible, as easy as that. Let's go straight to Katie Katongo, a brand new video, something titled that.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep it really real with you guys. And I'm not doing this because I'm hating on anyone or trying to be negative at all. Obviously, I did this song with Slap, and my fans loved it, Slap's fans loved it, and it was a collaboration that I was really proud of. However, a lot of stuff happened behind the scenes that you guys would never even know about, but because I've been asked so many times about this, I might as well just be honest about it. I'm not trying to hate. I have nothing against him. I guess it's just how him and his team do business. We were ready to film and everyone was ready. And I mean, Slap and his team made their demands. They said, Slap needs to have a makeup artist on set. He needs to have, a stylist. We need to have this, that, and the other, clothing, this, that, and the other. And then we paid for, obviously, the whole cost of the video fell on me and my team. So locations, everything fell on us. Transportation, everything. We used different locations. We had to pay each location as if we were using the location for a full day. And we did all of that. We met all the demands as far as I knew. And we had set a date, had the customized clothes. Guys, when I say the customized clothes, as in I had to go to the tailor and say this and this and this. This is the picture of what he wants. I did all of that. And then We are all, me, videographer, makeup artist, stylist, everyone is basically at the set, right? We're not waiting. And I get a phone call from my manager and he says, oh, Slap isn't gonna come. And I'm like, what do you mean he's not gonna come? Like, are you joking? And I actually laughed because I was like, you're joking, I know you're joking. And he was like, no, I'm not joking, he's not gonna come. Because basically someone from his team, from his management team or whatever, basically in a roundabout way said, well, we need more money to show up. And to me, that's crazy because we had already paid him to actually feature on the song. The video cost was falling on me and my team. We paid for absolutely everything. And then at the last minute, you say, well, we're not going to show up because we need a bit more extra money to show up for the video, which you're not paying for anyway. You haven't had to pay for anything, but you need money as like encouragement to show up on set. And why I was angry was just because I felt like you could have told me that a week ago. You could have said that 2-3 weeks ago. We've been talking. You've been sending me, this is the outfit we want. We need a hairstylist. We need this, we need that. And today, when we're waiting for you on set, now this is when you're going to say that. So I was in a situation where we've already paid for the locations. We paid as if we were having a wedding. We've paid for the locations. I was in a situation where it was like, I'm going to disappoint some people because it's not my fault. Like, I can't now go and chase this person around and say, ah. Like, it was just a situation where he then had some other program. I literally messaged him. At that moment, I called him as well, and he cut the call. I didn't get an explanation. I didn't get anything. Then, what made it even more awkward was yesterday when we were filming at Diamond TV and at Hot FM. He was there both times, and we're like, hey, cool, how are you? Da, da, da. But there were a lot of people around, so we couldn't have a proper conversation. But took pictures together, all that kind of stuff, and he was like, oh, so did you manage to do the video? And I'm here like, really? Really? So I didn't think that was professional. I was disappointed, and I know a lot of people are disappointed, but I think that I owe you guys the truth. It is what it is. I can't take the blame because it wasn't my decision. And yo, I mean, we had some of his team, I don't know. I don't really think it's him. I think it's the people around him. You know, it's like, oh, you know, so we can get a whiskey, so we can, and these are not stories that I'm making up. I've got receipts, I've got messages, I've got all that stuff. But I'm not bad-mouthing him as a person. I'm just telling you the truth of what happened. Yes, I was disappointed, but we went ahead, we did the video because we paid for everything. People had left, people had cancelled jobs to be here. People had booked us into the locations for that set date. You know, I would have then had to start arranging, okay, when's another date when you're not going to be using this venue for da-da-da-da-da. No, we're not here for that. So if you're a professional, you show up because you said you're going to show up. If you can't show up, you tell people in advance.
Should be 2 years, 2 years plus years, and she decided to drop a video because of the response she was getting from people, and only to be turned down for Slap D to show up in the video. Yeah. And at one point I had some chance to get to help her with the location, where she was looking for certain location for the video because she wanted the video to be in a way that Zambian people would accept and other people across as well. So yeah, a lot happened right there, and she brought out a lot of stories behind that.
It's really sad that it had to go like this. If you remember, it should be some 2 or 3 months ago, Moses B wrote something on his Facebook page talking about Slap D. You know, Slap D just making an appearance. He never featured in the song. He was not featured in the song, but just making an appearance in the video. Slap D requested for 5,000 kwacha. Okay, so Moses tried to complain, or he took it on social media complaining, but people got him wrongly and started saying, "Ndweka upcoming ufuna CHFM." kuliva slap, or maybe you just want people to recognize you, hence the reason why you've brought this out. But hey, here is something else. Slap D featured in the song. He was paid to feature in the song. He made all the requests that he wanted. I need the hairstylist, I need the fashionist, I need the makeup artist, I need probably money for fuel for me to move from my place to the location where we're shooting the video from. And then what does he do at the end of it all? He ditches the woman, he ditches the lady, unfortunately. And this is not the first time that we've heard of Slap D doing such. There have been a whole lot of talk, a whole lot of things happening around Slap D. But for me, I think personally, and on a personal view, I would love to believe that this is not really Slap D's doing, but rather this is his management doing. Because at some point, there was a time, remember I said there was a time that I was very much active in show organizing and events organizing. There was a time that me and my colleagues had sat down. We wanted Bobby East to come to the show. We reached out to XYZ, the management, and a whole lot of circus happened just on Bobby East, okay, where you make an agreement and then people start calling you in the middle of the night just cause they've run out of fuel, and then they tell you, can you send me the money, this and the likes, or this and that. This is what was happening, the whole lot of things that were happening or that was happening. Hence the reason why I'm saying maybe sometimes we might not put it on Slap D, but this should go to XYZ management, because they are the people that manage their artists. They are the people that look after the welfare of their artists. So this blame or this thing must really be taken to the management.
This is why the other time we were talking about why it is very important when you are doing a song with someone as an artist, please take this very important and very serious as well. Put it in writing.
Yeah.
Agree. Okay, I have plans on shooting this video in future. Please, when it comes to that, let's make sure that you be available. So if I pay you maybe a 500, that means that I'm done with you. The only thing that I'm going to provide is just transportation.
Yeah.
Because you want to make everything as friendship, everything as because you know them at the end of the day. Because imagine if that was on paper. You have someone to say, okay, this is what is happening, and I want you to get back and let's get to talk about this another day. Because paperwork works. It doesn't matter who is your friend. Let's make sure that every deal that you make with someone, it should be on paper. Features should be on paper.
Yeah, definitely. So I was going around the comments after when she posted it. I was going through the comments that people were making, and Kekero wrote something to say, laugh out loud. She needs to do a little introspection. You can't be feuding or you can't be angry with everybody, then you got a problem. Ethical conducts vary from place to place. If you wanna fit in, just do what the people you found do. Stop showing it like you've got the exposure and people should play by your rules. You will find it very hard to fit in, my sister. Wash and Lane. And then I went further, Anival devours. So Anival also said, laugh out loud, alaiwe, it hates man Kekero. Then people now started blasting on Kekero, saying that if what you have said is what she should bend to, then this industry has no future. Actually, what XYZ management did, ni bukoni man. Being professional is a first step to a breakthrough. And then Liu Litebele also continued to say, just because it's rubbish doesn't mean people should fit in. Zambian artists are crap. Only Chef and Makitu. The rest are, you know, that way when it comes to being professional. Then they continue to say, Bakekero, don't you know that she can actually sue him for all that? That is her time and money gone. She should fit into trouble, Zambian norms, very unprofessional. Then Chikwa also came through and said, Kekero, if you don't want your fans to judge you, to judge you. You chose the wrong career path. Good day. Talking about him not being judged or him not being talked about. Then Angel came through and said, when I thought Kekero was wise, Kanshi, my thoughts were wrong. Shame on you, man. Then Kekero responded to say, I don't want to be wise. It's boring. Then Beauty came through and said, Kekero, don't just come in and start saying nonsense. I never thought you are this mean and selfish or because of money. From the seeing of things, you both are lovers of money. Two wrongs doesn't make a right. Then Shams came through and said, Slap D again. The guy has attitudes. Yeah, but he just claimed to be a king and he's not been responsible for anything. My dear Katongo, go for Makitu or Chef 187. They are cool guys, but Slap D, cool wayafi. Slap D has morals. I'm telling you, when we talk Zambian music. Okay, so these and quite a whole lot of comments came through, but one thing that I wanted us to put on the spotlight was Kekero. In his argument or in his defending of himself, he was trying to claim to say that actually Katongo want people to play by her rules just because she's from UK, she's a Zambian based in the UK. So I wanted to bring Kekero onto that spot to say, because at some point he has to say, have you ever worked with Katongo for you to know how she works? So now, you had invited Katongo on your radio interview. Maybe you might be a right person to tell us how she is in terms of her personality, and maybe just is she down to earth, or maybe these things that these people are trying to bring in to say she wants to be pushy, she wants people to work on her own terms.
No, but from my experience with her, it was a different aspect where we chat in a normal way that people are supposed to talk about. I don't know if you still remember when every time I host an artist on radio, I usually go live. There was an issue where Attila commented, if you remember. There's also D-Boy Tellem commented, talking about who is she, what. She responded like that back to them at the end of the day right there. But the issue that we're talking about right here is Slap D not appearing in the video.
Not appearing in the video.
Basically, she might be wrong to go out in public. At the end of the day, just speak out. But at the end of the day, some things, some people express them by speaking out. At the end of the day, right there. But
she claims she went quiet. She never wanted to talk about it, but it's pressure from her fans. You know, the video is out. It's doing great on local music video countdowns. Okay, people are requesting for Tino Farah, but unfortunately, they're not seeing Slap D in the video. And she's, you know, she's a big artist. She's international. So obviously somebody international and our very own king, they would love, fans would love to see them both in the video doing it like it's supposed to be.
All right, so let's move on and let's talk more right there as well. And you can see that the studio right here had a lot of people making sure that we get to have them on set right as we get to talk about movie industry. Plus someone who's doing very well as far as his music is concerned.
Yeah, you were complaining of Mumala Kubaba. I know.
Maybe I had something expired.
All right, so,
same story.
So you can drop your comments on the stories that we're talking about. Drop your comments on the line which is on your screen, and definitely you'll be able, we will be able to read the comments as they come in. Like you can see the scrolling down the screen there, so you'll also be able to see your text scrolling right there. So let's get, what are we having next?
Let's go straight to Sati K and Professor. On the other side, we still have more stories coming through, not forgetting Nez Long, Making News, and Steve O. But for now, let's go straight to
when you come back, I think we come for a first
interview. Then later, Nez Long.
Okay.
I go by the name Static AK-47 and I'm chilling with Professor Maniga. Yeah, what's up, man? Yo, Bro, in your area, you know the criteria. Breaking all the barrier, killing them victims like focus in Nigeria. Okay, it's your boy Professor, aka Mr. Changalishanga. More money here.
I'm saying you come from finance, man. I broke like that. Rasta man, not the place, no chilling with my friend them. Hey! Now when the beauty now, yeah, kuye kwira, tai kwira, monse mo kwira, respect. Yeah, man, defending them. K-47, featuring Shaky Sugar.
Kunchitama, mission from we know. I go by the name Static AK-47 and I'm chilling with Professor Maniga.
Yeah man, what's up man? Yo, Prophet in your area, you know the criteria. Breaking all the barrier, killing the victims like crocus in Nigeria. Okay, it's your boy Professor, aka
All right, so this is what we're talking about right here on The Lounge, and if you've just tuned in, this is an official Prime TV breakfast entertainment show where we get to give you nothing but the very best of that particular entertainment news. Talking about local, because local is laka. We believe that if the whole lot of us, we join our hands together and keep on trying to promote and talk about our very own industry, then we are going to grow to a level whereby everybody will be talking about Zambian entertainment industry. Hence the reason why The Lounge is only strictly local. And of course, on this show, we don't play music videos, but this is a show where we only talk about entertainment. We give you an up close with your entertainers, and of course, we give you exclusive interviews and info that which you want to know about these particular entertainers. And we do not only keep it musically, but we also talk about poeters, we also talk about movie makers, we talk about actors, we also talk about models. This is what the show is tailored for and tailored about. And right about now, getting into our very first interview on the set, I have, this is fresh talent. Like you know, I hate calling people upcoming, but I would rather say developing talent or developing artists. So talking about Nightwalker, he's got something brand new, and we're gonna get an up close with him, see who this Nightwalker is really, and of course what his music is all about. Welcome to Prime TV and welcome to The Lounge.
What's up? You good?
I'm all right. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
Not so bad. Okay, so the first time that you came here, it was on a Mokwana musical show. And people that are watching this particular interview or this particular show are seeing you for the very first time. Who is Nightwalker and what exactly does he do?
Nightwalker is a Zambian rapper and let me say, is a Zambian artist.
Okay.
I can do trap music, I can do dancehall, and I can also do hip-hop.
Oh, yeah, awesome. You do both.
Yes.
Okay, so you are fresh talent, and then we do know that mostly in Zambia it's very hard for fresh talent to get to be signed under these recognized labels. How did you find yourself in 443?
No, let me say Brabi just signed me. It was a situation by finding me in the studio. I was recording a track with Drifter Trek called My Life. Then he heard my voice, was like, we can be working together. You know, these baby guys from Copperbelt. What to a collab? No problem. So he had to sign me. Yeah, that's how it was.
Okay. Okay, so since the time that he signed you, are there any projects that you are doing under 443 musical group?
No, not at all.
No. Okay, so at the moment you're doing it solo, you going in just doing project on your own, not that it's the group which is dictating what you should do.
No, I'm just doing my own projects. I can do any track, anytime. I can drop anything without them telling me anything.
Okay, so let's get into the contractual terms of this signing, or of you being signed there. What were really the terms in that contract? Would it be that they would be managing you when they've got shows, that they put you on the banner, or they call you to go and perform for 443, or maybe they have to tell you whom you are going to feature? What were the terms in that contract?
Quite all right. When they have any show, they invite me, they put me on the banners. We perform together, we do many stuffs together. But in terms of managing me, whereby they tell me what to do, they don't tell me that. I do all the stuffs on my own.
Okay, so you don't have a manager as at the moment?
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about your career background. When did you start your music? When did you discover that you've got talent? Let's hope Zakamba Mungabon say, I started singing when I was 10, 8, 11.
No, let me say, I became very serious. That was 2014. That's when I became very serious. That's when I discovered that I can stick up.
You're in a talent.
Yeah, I can stick up. That's when I started music. Started recording tracks in these small studios whereby you can record that flow. People still tell you, I stick. I'm
Chikali.
They're pushing you. The more they tell you, the more you go up. And I started meeting these big artists such as Drifter, Dismo, Kademo, Ten Up Music Africa, which is Kademo. That's why we signed. And let me say the other studio, which is in Tendere, G1, the guy who produced my new track.
Okay.
And again, in Matero, when he started, decided, but I've never worked with them. You just meet them.
Just meeting them.
Yeah, you meet them, you get to know each other. You know, if you meet someone for the first time, it becomes very expensive. Whereby, so you have to make sure, you become friends. At least walipira. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Not yet lawyer 1 pin.
Nyama 1, future 1 pin.
Okay, so this is awesome. You started in 2014, your career. How many songs have you done, and how have the Zambian people received you in the entertainment industry? Are they appreciating you, or maybe they're still looking down on you? Katitaira che time.
No, you know, in music industry, obviously you have haters and lovers. Some they appreciate me, some they do not.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how it is. And like I have a lot of songs, but there are a lot of songs. Features are a lot compared to my songs.
Okay.
You'd find that you want to make your own song. Feature bakamba. You see, you'd find that you don't have time to make your own tracks. Only have time to make songs for other people.
Okay.
Yes, that's how it is.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about My Life. You featured Drifter Trek in that particular song. How was it easy for you to work with him?
Drifter is a chilled guy. He's not like other artists.
When you say other artists, like, can you give an example?
No, I'm not supposed to give any example.
No? Okay. Okay.
Obviously, you know what can happen. I'm not supposed to give any example. So, Drifter, that was, I did My Life a long time.
Okay.
I just kept it in the studio while I was waiting for some stuffs. Yeah, I was planning for something.
Okay.
I called Drifter Trek. He told me, "Which one? You can come." Okay. At first, he gave me his own beat. Then I never liked the beat because, I never liked the beat. Then I got the beat from one of my friends in Chalala. I live in Chalala myself. He gave me the beat, and then I called Drifter Trek. I was like, "Can I come over?" He told me, "Which one? Kabweko pa Saturday." It was on Friday like today. I was like, Kabweko pa Saturday in the morning. I went there. I played the beat for him. I was like, much? Nkakali beat. I was like, yeah, shoot. What can we put in here? He told me that, what can be the concept of your song? I was like, let's make it My Life. Talking about life, how people live. Then I was like, okay, let's do it. The same day, the same time, without even him telling me, let me practice or something.
Okay.
He told me that, they can buy a beat. Then I sat on the chair, I started recording.
Okay, cool. So now you recorded this song. I've taken time to listen to it. It's quite a good song. And then let's take it for example. You know, we've had issues in the entertainment circles whereby you have people, two artists coming together and upcoming na opangika kudala record nyimbo, and then ipeska artist opangika kudala amwendo iperform akushow munga ni nyimbo yake. We've seen that happening in people suing each other. Let's now take it to you. You hear or find Drifter Trek performing this track. You are not at the show. He performs this track. What would be your reaction?
I can be chilled with that. He's promoting me.
He's promoting you. You are cool with it.
I'm cool with it.
Okay, awesome. Let's talk about your new track. I'm not going to go further. Let's talk about your new track.
Okay. Which one is that?
The Can You Dance?
Can You Dance?
What do you
dance?
No. I'm the moderator. I ask questions. But I can dance. PMC will tell you that. But yeah, talking about Can You Dance, you said you are a rapper, you do trap music. How come this time around you go in the dance hall way, or you doing, for lack of a better term, let's say the Dunka way?
But I said I can do dance hall. You know, if an artist, if you are talented, let me say I can do anything when it comes to music.
Okay, you can blend to anything and everything.
As long as you come up with something, I can manage to put something in your song.
But don't you think that would be inconsistent? Why wouldn't you stick to what people know you for, the signature you that you came in on the scene with?
The thing is, people come with features.
Okay.
And you need money, isn't it? Can you tell me that?
So it's all about the money, not that.
Listen, let me tell you something. When someone comes with the song, the track, Wakamba, I need a feature or something. You can't just refuse. Ukakani will be like, Wakamba ni waboyo. So you just have to make sure you feature that piece.
No, so you fear what people would think about you.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Where can people get this particular track? How can people find it?
If you want my tracks, you can use Zambia Music Blog, Afrofire, CK Music Promos, Suwa Entertainment, Z-Bass, and you can also check my tracks on my page, Nightwalker.
Okay, yeah, I was coming to that. Your Twitter handle, your Instagram, WhatsApp, everything. So you are cool with giving your WhatsApp number? Let's say if somebody would love to feature you, or maybe you feature you want in any business, how would people reach you?
Yeah, it's cool if, like, as in at now, giving my WhatsApp.
Yes.
Yeah, it's cool.
Oh, you can go ahead.
All right. My WhatsApp line is 0974 49 46 16. 0974 49 46 16. That's my app line.
Okay, so any last words to your fans, people that are watching, that you feel we've left out?
All right. What I can say is that about those who are still pushing music, push hard and don't give up. When someone tells you that switch sticker, just keep on pushing. One day if catch sticker, you know what I mean? Just keep on pushing. Don't let anyone tell you what to do. Quite alright, you can be wrong at times. When someone tells you, you're wrong here, you can just associate everything, whether bad or good.
Okay.
Don't let anyone put you down. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you for coming through. Hoping to have you another time when you make time and come through on the show.
That's not the problem.
All right, so this is what it is, and of course I was talking to Nightwalker. This is upcoming talent right here in your motherland. Get to look up for his music on our very own local websites. You get to download his songs and get to dance to them. Can you dance? Yeah, I can dance. Even this, it's dancing. So yeah, I can dance. All right, so right about now, let's go straight to Nezlong, and then when we come back, PMC and PST, they come right here for another interview.
Something right there, Nezlong, and truth be told, is one artist who's been working so hard as far as his music is concerned. And make sure that you check out his current brand new single, something entitled Kangwe. Yeah, you have to love Zambian music so much. With the titles, very different right there as well. Kangwe, sakirako kangwe so mamene sitakambira pa festival kuliko ba PSG mamene bachitika then namenango wamvera bwino na manyimbo mu mabasi yamene ija then basically when you are doing something very different right here on the lounge we want to get to find out more about what really inspired you as far as your music is concerned and other stuff as well right there. How are you doing?
Yeah.
Muniche?
Laka.
Adshani up. Ba boss, muniche?
Laka.
Landlord. Atambana yo papa manje abatuni kwa lipira chenzatu. Your song is doing very well.
Okay.
And I was surprised, to my surprise. I heard one of the bus drivers dancing to the song, and that I was not just saying that because I wanted to impress you, but people relating to your song. Let's start with that. When you are writing a song, what comes in your mind?
Okay. Mostly what came into my mind was when you see in bars. Okay, let me say makombo and mamene mangalida. Like youths of nowadays, we are not careful of life. Okay, actually that song, I wrote it way back, 2011. That's when I did the first track. So the one I did with General Kanene is the remix. So I had the privilege of young youths, they are going in bars, drinking like that, carelessly. Then the main point of that song, it's all about STIs and HIV/AIDS that came into my mind. And people, they die because of lack of knowledge. If the doctor is advising you that you use a condom, if you after it's too late, you know. Yeah.
So that's basically what the song talks about right there. So to come back up, because you know, it's like we're bringing it back. We remember Lolo did something similar, but yours is kind of different right there. So your inspiration came from what you were saying, from what people were doing, is it?
Yes, definitely, okay. Yes. Okay, what I can say is that most youth, we are dying. 30 years nowadays, youth of nowadays. And mind you, AIDS kills, STIs, food. That's why I wrote that song. Then what came into my mind, when I did it, it didn't have that impact. I don't know, what can I feature in this song? Then I thought of, I think I just have to feature General Kanene. Then I call him, boy, let's do this again. Because I still have, you can do it as well. Then, okay, it's a nice track, let's do it. That's how it comes.
All right, so Don Kingston, how far with your music and how's the response from the people, the public who are following your stuff?
The response is good, I can't complain. And finally, I just dropped my new track yesterday.
Okay.
So it's called Vikwativa Manje.
Okay.
So I'm still promoting, and I think today by 15 I'll drop it.
All right, so we're counting down to that. I'm looking forward to that as well. The other thing that we're talking about, me and my colleague, Professor Lance Area Owen, we're talking about my feature. I know you have worked with General Kanene.
Yes.
I've worked with other big artists at the end of the day right there. Have you ever encountered any challenge? For example, the video you were shooting, maybe General Kanene, but go busy, mundu wanga, let us think shooting. Or maybe any other. Kuma challenges on video shoot.
My challenges are mangalapo. But it's how you mingle with the one who have featured you in the song. First of all, on an audio song, imangalako is mwangena studio mshemushe pali trick in pali video. My guys wama meka. And it's a bad attitude, that one. Because I remember one day I was with Yomabs. So what Yomabs told me, I was very much impressed. He told me that tomorrow is another day. Then I'll come back to you. Bakamba, help me again, Shashan. Then inanikayangana nati, huyu jadeza nani mekera. What do you expect me to do again? Kapeno nani mekera. So it's a bad attitude actually. Most my big artists stop that attitude. Because upcomers. They are the future of tomorrow. You know. Imangara so in the industry, Mankara kusira. Skunkaridi, right? I might be in the music industry for 10 years. Singangali na level ya mene. Oh, tomorrow Don Kingston is the one I never pick for me now. Man, nikamlangiza machiki here. How am I going to see Don Kingston? So it's a bad attitude.
Boss at bunch, kaficha at bunch.
No problem, kaficha. No pressure.
No pressure. Not you no pressure ndo acheti pativity mbili yao kwa mazingati.
Approach matters. You know, approach matters. Okay, tisi anateban, right? That's what I can say. Tisi anateban. Approach matters. If you approach me in a good manner, okay, you enda bwa. Enda so yeah, you took an sat. I can't do that. Funa nyimbo punsavan, my youth, gospel. Yeah, that's okay.
Boss.
Jehovah is Jehovah. It's the one who has blessed us. It's the one who has given us this gift.
Okay, so Kingston, getting back to you, maybe we're talking about today being the last edition of this show on the month of May. How would you describe your year? And there's going to be my budget. Mukafola in Ramazan. My barako my budget yanu or imankala bwanch. Ijaguti ya ivivina mutivivale koti steko koti shred vina.
Budget ifoni ajabu. Budget ufunga planira tuzata hapa. So
ama plan abantu no chinja zikabwera. Zikangena wabwera chinja.
Kuchinja change ka chekuti mwe ulili. Kwa budget imafunika muntu pa life. Imafunika planira tuzata hapa. Yeah, so much natenga koro ena sitako raise ni sitako bintu binana. Then you end up generating yourself say hapa na ndako pa mushi netu kuti suna plan mushe then the drama wapeza this year nzachitika zona nkapezoka olka 1000 olka 2000 hapa nzaenda kwaso pesa kwa sababu waplana sivinachitika mwaona so pesa kati muntu sana plan mushe imavuta yako futhi.
Oh yeah. All right,
have to be faithful.
So what are you promising people maybe this year 2019 Kingston? Let's start with you who are watching right about now.
What I can say right now, we're still working and tikati kusenza tichinja music isemwetabwera sichamwetsevenze na PST na artist wenango stinga jakija tu ni ndani we're still working until Tanzania mwe funikira music industry ikose funika tili tingalile sebantu as musicians.
And my boss, what should people look out for? Your song is doing big. You have another new song. Someone in the background was complaining, saying, why is it that artists sangashite concentrate on one song, but nyimbo imozi kambwa mbochitako bwino azachusa inango? How is that? Some ganzidako maybe ati izachita disturb with inango. Maybe it's the kind of way that you want to get to update with the people who are listening to your music.
Like I said earlier, okay. Music, like even me, I dropped the Momala video. I dropped the song, it started playing. Then I came up with another song. I feel it. That's why I feel that. What can I do? So there is this guy. Do you know DJ Mofire from Combo Radio? He told me that boy, uzaishta destroy nyimbo, pushing a job. Okay, kupromota, stick to one song and see the response to the people. Like this time, I'm just promoting Mumala Mubaba. It's the one. But I've done a lot of songs. Pamena Paka period, there is Be With You, Madamu, Te Amo, plenty of songs.
But still, Mumala.
I just want to see response to my fans over there.
So I have
Yango Bwera until Nkaona chana okay, response to the branch. That's when I can drop another song to see that okay, the branch. Because all of my shows, if I go to my shows, if I perform this song, I judge. Oh, this song, Nangai, oh, I just have to pull up my stockings again, back to the studio. See?
All right, so great having you, and all the best. And pretty much the other time that we're going to be talking with you, we're hoping that we get to talk about another big song as well.
Yeah.
So let's go straight to Steve-O, Nilipa Mutunda. On the other side, we still have more interview coming through. Yeah, the last interview. We're going to be talking about the movie industry and how far have they gone with their movies. So we had them on the show and we're still having them right here. But for now, let's go to Steve-O, Nilipa Mutunda.
Haso JYC uone true money isetika voka basala na tsunami mawaji ya feki itokee sungani stizaleka kupaya ngamufuna fungani too many bars like coming for manslaughter just bought a gun from Zengaman's daughter always on the move nga Nilipa Mutunda JYC I got you Kansela. What's up, people? Happy weekend. It's your boy Steve-O, Nilipa Mutunda. Look out for JYC featuring Steve-O, Kansela, and Tony Flex. It's called Brighter Future. It's a great, tough. Haso JYC uone true money isetika voka basala na tsunami mawansela. What's up, people? Happy weekend. It's your boy Steve-O, Nilipa Mutunda. Look out for JYC featuring Steve-O, Kansela, and Tony Flex. It's called Brighter Future. It's a great, tough. Haso JYC uone true money isetika voka basala na tsunami mawaji ya feki itokee sungani stizaleka kupa JYC I got you Kansela always on the move nga Nilipa Mutunda JYC I got you Kansela. What's up, people? Happy weekend. It's your boy Steve-O, Nilipa Mutunda. Look out for JYC featuring Steve-O, Kansela, and Tony Flex. It's called Brighter Future. It's a great, tough.
All right, so great interview there that PMC had with Don Kingston, the landlord, but I not change landlord. So Kingston, Mulete Nkongole, you are owing 2 months without pay mkaboli pira. And of course, talking about PST, Mr. Apaniz Inachinjazina, Mr. Mumala Muvava. That's your new name. All right, so, and of course, back to back with Steve-O, rhyming to bars of YC. And of course, that's something awesome, something that you need to look out for. It's coming out very soon. So if you are a lover of good music, you are a lover of Zambian music, make sure that you look out for that particular song as it is coming out anytime soon. So be on the lookout and get to download it and appreciate it, and of course share it with your friends if you know that they don't have that particular song. So right about now, it was being talked about in the background, seeing somebody who does something else and then doing something new or something away from what they do. This is a surprise. This is something I'm not going to unveil him now because I first need to pour water on him. Yesterday was his birthday, so water would really make sense. At least that would be my welcome. I just saw it on social media, so it has to be my turn today. For him, it was also being done on TV. I'll still also do it on TV. That's how we live when you talk about music and when we talk about TV. So right about now, I'm being joined by Mule C, and of course, he's been in the game for a long time, but people that might not know him and you might be seeing him for the very first time, we are going to get a little bit of his biography, get to know who he really is and what he really does. Mole, welcome to the lounge.
Thanks to having me.
Thank you for coming through. All right, so my director wanirangizira surprise. Come on. All right, Mr. Sinkala, welcome to Prime TV.
Thank you very much. I'm so happy to be here. Indeed, there's a surprise. People are used to seeing me under sports, but this time I'm doing something different.
Yeah, so I was even getting ready. I've been very mabutu ngadabwe check a ball at time kapia po studio.
Namanje weekend ya pick up. A lot is happening in terms of sports, but this time it's strictly entertainment.
It's strictly entertainment. Awesome. So this is what we do on the lounge. We get to give you diversity because we go in every angle and get to look up to everything and anything that makes up entertainment. All right, so Mole C, let's first get to you. People that are seeing you for the very first time might not know you and probably know what type of music you do, or they might not even know that you sing or rap. Who is Mole and what exactly do you do?
Okay, I'm Mulenga Chiwo. Yeah, that's my full name, and I do R&B.
R&B.
Yeah.
Awesome. So apa mkachari chika mungakwani so chara nkachara ama kama nkachani nkasolo nkachani. Yeah, okay, anyway. Aha, bingo, acapella. I'm not into music, forgive me. But anyway, nakasolo nkaliche mosh. Okay. So you do R&B.
Yes.
How long have you been in the music industry or music circles?
Like I've been in the music industry for almost 11 years now. 11
years?
Yeah.
Wow. Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. This is nice.
I started way back. That time, that's when there was a Danger Zone building up.
Oh, Danger Zone. Yes. Oh, awesome.
Same applies with Vena Makitu, Afunika,
Dandi, Baska. Awesome. Yes. Okay, shifting attention to the main man. Let me first say, should it be belated since it's Taonanalelo, so it will still go on as happy birthday?
Well, thank you very much. Some awesome time for me. Yes, it was yesterday, and you know, my wife surprised me with the cake. I was live on TV, and that was awesome. And thank you very much that you've also, you know, remembered to wish me. It feels so great. At least I've lived 3 decades and over.
No, don't worry. I'm not going to ask you how old you are, because if I was to ask you, then you would force me to sing the happy birthday song. And ish, when you look at this voice, I can only sing in the bathroom, not ipalantu. So
no, but I've seen artists who have hoarse voices and they still come out well. I've seen such.
Okay.
For instance, if you look at maybe Red Lynn, so you would just talk, and you know, when they combine with Winston, and comes out very well.
Yeah. Okay, so the attention that I'm shifting to you, currently you're the one who is managing Mole C. What did you see in this person for you to get to adopt him and start managing him?
Indeed, this time when I was heading home and we happened to meet on the way, and he said, Wakamba, namkwata camera, ushemula, shooting a video. And I said, no, I do everything. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm a musician and I've done this and these songs. I will send you on WhatsApp so that you assess them.
Okay.
Then when he sent, and I listened to one song first, he features Makitu and Israel. It's called Amapressure. And it was really making sense. You know, it's talking about, you know, how someone would be smartly dressed and you think they have money and yet they're also struggling, they have pressures. The same with what happens with us people in the media industry. People think everything is all rosy. And yet sometimes we do struggle as well. So it made sense because he's not just singing anyhow, but songs that relate to people.
Okay.
Then I said, oh, no problem. When he asked me, would you manage me? I said, okay, no problem. I'm into sport, but maybe I can diversify and try music as well. So that's how we've been working together. So far, he's even released one video.
Okay.
In this song, he features B1. It's titled Emelina.
Okay, so we can safely say that you've started an artist managing agency, or maybe he's the only one that you're willing to work with, and if anybody comes to you, you would say, no, mine is sports.
Well, it wasn't in my mind to do that. Only when he approached me, that's when I thought, okay, let's see how we can help each other promote music. So this is just when I'm just starting. Okay. He's the first one. So in case others come on board, then we can see how we can work with them. But this is my first project.
Okay, so if it so happens that you would want to continue with artist promotion, artist management, what kind of artists would you love to manage? Would you love to have anyone and everyone that sings about everything and anything, or maybe you would love to have a certain type of artist whom you feel they are really adding value to the industry?
Exactly. I would want someone who's adding really value to the industry, songs that make sense, songs that are teaching people, because I also have a name to protect. People know me in a certain way, and I would also be, I would like to be associated in a certain way. So I would want to promote those artists that are, one, determined, very serious, and looking forward to educating the masses out there.
Okay, I'm really seeing a manager in you. As much as this can be the beginning, I think I'm seeing you opening your own management company and probably bring these people together and send out that positive message that you want to send to, obviously, the masses that listen to this particular music or these particular songs. And then let me get back to you, Mule. What was the idea behind this, your current song that you are promoting, the one which you feature B1?
Oh, the one which I did with B1? Like, it's all about for the lovers. Like, you can, for example, you fall in love with someone, and then that someone you fall in love with, maybe Mawisa got to go to my issues, so much about to my issues. As days goes on, you realize yourself that no, I think let me just go marry her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so at the time that, let me bring you back a little bit, the time that you approached Mr. Sinkala about him shooting your video or him managing you, what was in your head? Did you really have confidence in him despite you seeing that he's too much into sports?
Yeah, according to what I noticed about him, yeah, I think let me just join with him.
Tayari mulandu just because bali ku ZNBC and then mwamona pochi opportunity nje hapa fyalabo mbangala tambika worldwide.
Iyo abala moneka feno kumoneka baisa naisa bamona feno kubamona bindibida okutwa kumbana bina bamabosi
yaika awe chawa mecho. So but mule monashani music yenu kuya kuntanshuku, are we seeing any progress or limbitwala mona mwawekera kunuma mwafolding ama hands saying I think itafile panga sensitive?
But ever since I joined Mr. Modern, progress point.
So progress.
I think if in February.
Naika. So number question ni ndefa mwaske ni artist nshi ewa mwingatemo kubombana nkwe mu 2019.
2019.
Ewa mwingatemo fyenje mwabombana nkwe mwapanga chi song chaba chi hiti ofye mwapanga fye chi song ni artist nshi.
Oh, like apa so ulipa piki yote mona pani JK.
JK. Wow, JK has been quiet.
Yes, because you know what? Like the way I am. Akadena kadife na demo ndibira umuntu artist pakafinka
bombe kona
umuntu artist, so chifo ko chita disappointed.
Okay.
Yeah. For if na tontonkanya hapo na chita for feel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then mwala bomba for how long na boss ba Modern olimbi nga shambo kuingira ishingi tukamona pa ka rift nja tabarenchi ta manage bwino bakamba baleke nfye mbeko neka
boyizwa nalandati I think the problem is some kwata for my artist tulisa mukula babwangu okoto afuma mama so the more yambo kule by filia issue mambo kule kwata ko stera mu shanshani kuchitafe continue because it is samsangati pale wambo kule isola mwata ine mfume mu muri mudalo wala bwekera pano.
So that's the point you've raised. Actually, when I was talking to my friend that I want to start helping out I met someone. Then someone was saying, don't try, artists are a problem. The moment they don't pick, then they'll even forget about you. They'll even stop picking your calls and you never see them.
Yeah, that's very true. We've seen people, actually that thing happening to people. So it's a real life situation. Like lastly, what would be your word upon your artist? What would be your word to the people that are watching and obviously his fans? What are we going to see next from him? Should we expect anything new, or maybe we are just going to see massive promotion of the current brand new video?
Yeah, we're trying to go into, you know, districts. We're trying to start from the bottom level, grassroots level. Then we come there, because he's like you said, developing artist. Yeah, he's developing, and we want to start from there. So our first project, we want to go to my homeland, Isoka, and Nakonde, start from there. Then also work with some artists, local artists from there, then come up like that. So in case they want to see his music, there's his music, you search for Mulesi on YouTube. His videos that he's done are there. Then also on Facebook, Mulesi, there's a page, Mulesi. You can like it, all the updates we put there.
Oh, okay. So these, going back to the grassroots, are these going to be shows that you are making for him? Or,
yes,
or maybe it's just linking him to artists and obviously people in the area?
Yes, we would want to link him with the grassroots, because obviously there are people there who would want to be on the limelight, but they don't have that opportunity. So if he works with them, his music will be playing in that area, and also their music will be playing in Lusaka. So we want to make it that way.
Oh, awesome. That's a great work schedule. I think I'll also start singing and come under your management.
Indeed, no problem. You're welcome.
All right, it was awesome having you on the show.
Pleasure is mine. Yeah. I'm so happy to be here.
Don't worry, you are going to become a regular guest for now, since people now know that it's not only sports that you can talk about, but also we can see how we can work together and grow the entertainment industry in Zambia.
Indeed, thank you very much.
All right, so I was talking to Mulesi and of course Mr. Sinkala. If you watch ZMBC, he's one of, in fact, he's a sports presenter for Sport On, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Sport On. So apart from sports, he also talks music, or he also talks entertainment. So what we're going to do right about now, let's go to a very short video of Mulesi where he features B1, and then when we come back, PMC comes with movies, talking movies, and of course talking about Scars of a Mother.
Ladies and gentlemen, kuli muzanga nina mitinga ko mailo namukumanya mutaoni mukairo very thematic. Yeah, Mulesi, one Pompwe, B1. It's another one for you, you know. Emelina,
nikutana ninakuona po. Emelina wanganeo unapisa makuti unaleka noyanka foni nikatuma. Emelina wanganeo nizakuwa naliti intawi Afrika ikaone makono intawi Afrika ipeleke tumbale ikalipe na mvela po feeling ya kupazo elo lelo na mwena ko kansitite mwiko bulwele ichite mwiko kabondo echo bambi bala ipaya elo bambi bala fuila po maiwe nkumone ko mami kuna umfoko bwino kwando amatezine sha umfoko bwino ino bwino echo na isali elo tulanjanye elo bano ko bamayo bomfwane ile sile kupana inakuona po Emelina wanganeo unapisa makuti.
And that's pretty much what we're talking about right there on the lounge. And awesome interview, had something to learn about, and just getting on different perspectives being brought out right there as well. And like we always make mention is that it's very important that you take time when we get to our guests right here. Just search for them on Facebook and get to find out more details about the artists right there as well. So like Professor Lance said, we are talking about movies, and this is not the first time having them on the show. We just want to get to find out how far have they gone with the movie right here as well. How are you doing?
No, PMC, we are okay.
I can see the dye right there, the branding. No,
good thing about the show. Okay, shout out to the viewers out there. You know, good thing about the show. You are the type of interviewer that makes people calm.
Okay.
Express themselves genuinely. So anyway, keep it up.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Most especially coming from the Ruby Master himself, Sulu. Thank you very much. Truly appreciate it right there. Let's talk about how far have you gone now? Because the last time, maybe before I get to ask you how far you've gone, maybe someone missed out on the interview. Okay, they are watching this show right about now. They don't know what we're talking about, and they don't know what Scars of a Mother is all about. Let's just a short brief on what you are working on.
Okay, I think but I hope those who watch Prime TV, they watched last time, because I think we had 1,500 people who watched, who came into our.
But there's still maybe someone who's...
So somebody who did not watch. We're talking about Scars of the Mother. Scars of the Mother is a movie which we're going to premiere here in Zambia. It's a Zambian movie which you have Nigerian actors, which we collaborated with Nigeria. We featured Mama G, which is known as Patient Ozoko. There's Mike Zubi, there's Chiza Lachi, and there's Prince Uche Okafu. And those guys are going to be here in Zambia on 29th November 2019, here in Zambia, Stakeni for Arcades. You see them live on red carpet. And that's the movie we're talking about. It's a Zambian product. It's Zambian, produced by Zambian, written by Zambian, but a collaboration with Nigerians. That's the movie we're talking about.
So far, how would you describe your experience? So far, how is it going?
Right, I'm extremely impressed. You know, from the interviews I've seen, you know, especially here, Prime TV, it's like there's a lot to talk about, but let me not talk about. I'll get back to the movie itself. But I was touched when I heard people, young people. You know, I don't know Zambia. There's employment out there. Look, people like us, we need managers. I don't know, maybe perhaps I can ask you, how do you come up with an artist manager? Which qualifications you should have? Because they should start now bringing CV, because there's an opportunity now. A lot of talent, and people are looking for people to manage them. And people are just sitting at home and watching, you know. You see, this country is creating employment. In terms of entertainment, let it be music, modeling. I was just following the interviews. I could see that in this country, there's massive potential. You see, so I'm encouraging people out there to start coming up to say, Sulu, I'm applying to be managing you.
Okay.
Maybe with this guy, Big Flo, whatever, all these artists. Because you see now, the industry is becoming extremely professional.
True that.
But anyway, that is
a story for another day.
For another day.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to say, you asked my experience so far. It's been lovely. Can't you see now we've even changed? Look, it's been branded now.
We're talking money.
We're talking money.
Last time we were talking about why you were...
You know,
that was the first show we ever had.
You know, there's one thing I'll say, because I know you get a lot of questions. I can't just take over and, you know, I love to talk. But there's one thing I'll say. You know, I would like to urge Zambians out there. When there's an idea, when there's a program, give it your all. Be passionate about it. Don't look for money. Just improve the idea. Be part of the vision. Be the concept team. You know, have the energy. You know, have that
concept to develop.
You know, the vision. You should not be outside. Be inside. Be passionate about it. Because you see, when I was joining this program, I didn't even have money myself. But when I'm coming now, I'm being praised. And then you have good. Now, do you know how many clothes I have in my closet? Without paying, we go and do shopping. Be visionary. Be focused. Be part of it. Be passionate, loyal, disciplined. Things are just
multi-talented. I think when people are planning on having some motivation talks, they need to be inviting you.
Oh yeah.
And maybe because too much
energy,
too much to bring out, and too much to inspire someone out there. Let's talk about the movie right there, Madson, in conjunction with House
IG Media.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Just for people watching right about now. And anything that you think that you need to update people as well, still going to be having you on the show and get more updates on how far the movie is going.
Okay, Madison, it's called actually Happy Madison production in conjunction with IG Media House.
So far as we are, you know, we started the step ahead. When first we came here, I think our ticket were not that much moving. But as now, if you are waiting, say I'm going to buy a ticket in October, no. You won't find any ticket because ticket now are moving at it's awesome the way they are moving. I think is it 3 days or 4 days ago? I think we went and bought ticket from a computer tickets 40, and we are gone in the same day within 6 hours. 45 tickets. One day we are gone. You see? So tickets are moving so fast, and we have now stopped thinking about only Stakeni. We're also engaging Metro. Because we want at least 2 cinemas shall be full. That's what we are looking at, the way the tickets are moving. Yeah, people are buying. At least I would say we appreciate the response which people are giving us.
We thought maybe it's expensive.
But it's expensive, no, what's this? But at least they are responding well. We love their response. So we are moving so far, and right now, it's just despite today circumstances. We are supposed to come some gift. People are supposed to win some stuff here. They can text you. You're gonna win this T-shirt. You're gonna win ambassador's wine. There's some basket gift movies where people need to win now. Those who are following the program, they keep on watching. There's some questions which we are supposed to ask. Then if somebody can respond, is able to win even 1 ticket, or at some point you can buy 1 ticket. You win, you buy 1 ticket, then you get 1 for free. That's what we are giving. Because now we have 2 cinemas, which we are going to make sure they are all full. Actually, one we say is Stakeni is already almost full. I think only ticket remaining should be to 200 somewhere there. I don't know yesterday's update from CompuTicket, but I think just like 200 tickets remaining there. So we are trying to give even those who cannot afford. I say like maybe in the house, husband and wife, you also want to come. But if they are following the program, let them call. Let them answer some questions. They won't buy 1 ticket. 1 will be for free. Yes, they can win a share.
I think we can do that next week because apparently, or maybe just send messages if they can.
Yeah, you can use your number. There's no problem.
Okay.
Just next week we'll be here again. Yes.
All right. So the other thing I'd like to find out from you is the movie already done, or you are still working on the movie?
The movie is done.
The movie is already done.
You know why I'm asking? Because of the last experience.
Oh yeah.
You know where people are busy advertising about a movie, but they're still shooting some scenes. Then at the end of the day, you find that everything is not in place.
But you see, the question is still coming back to what the other people you're talking to. You know, this time it's about Zambia. Let us start becoming professional. We are talking about people here. We are talking about a raw industry. You know what I mean? Industry. So we have to be very and extremely careful about how we bring Zambians to watch us, because they must not come and then give up on us. It's an industry where there will be employment. So I like it that people now are managing. People are artists, entertainers, actors like him. Producers like him. They are able to recognize managers. We need managers who can do logistical things to say, okay, is the movie ready? Like you're asking. The movie is ready. He has done all the groundwork to make sure the movie is ready, the tickets are ready, the t-shirts are ready, everything is ready. And we have enough time.
Okay. All right.
Professionalism.
So, let's talk about your Remax. I know time was not on our best side. Anything that you want to give people that you think people need to know about tickets, how much, and where can they get those tickets as well?
I was just on one thing, just to, before I talk about that, to add on what said. The movie is already done, and as you know, last time we even told you, on 25th October, it's going to premiere in Australia. So actually now it's on our investors and our consultants are still checking on it, but the movie is done 100%. But we also need other people's viewers. We don't want to launch something whereby, as you said, don't want to disappoint anyone. Yes. It's not a movie just for Zambia alone. It's a movie we have put at international level. We want everybody to appreciate the movie. Yeah. So the movie is it's not something people will be disappointed. That one I promise you. Not something you're going to be disappointed.
Okay. So your Remax.
My Remax, if people want tickets, actually, if you can't go to CompuTickets, tell me, I'll go and buy for you. And bring it where you are. Just give us a call. You can like our page at Jimmy Dials. Some you know Sulu, you can like his page Sulu BBA, which is Big Brother Africa. You can go there and find our contact details. Or you can check Mad Michelle. You're going to find the details. You can also check an event of a movie premiere. You find the details and you are able to call us. If you can't go to CompuTickets or where you stay, there is no ShopRite. we shall bring it for you.
All right, Sulu, the Ruby Master, anything that you have to tell people?
Yeah, you know,
Remax?
in
a minute, I know you love
when
to
I'm here, time just flies. That's fine. I'll try to summarize. But
Yeah.
you see, I would like to thank the head of state, Mr. Edgar Chagolungu, for making sure that the content in a lot of these, like yours, it's 30%. Is it 30%? Local content. Is it 30? Oh, we need 50. We thank our president, but there's something I want to tell Zambians that they must always understand. There's always change of governance. I'm not getting political. I'm talking about employment. We want you Zambians to support us because this industry has got massive money. Let's not talk, no, the president
loves
creating
money.
jobs. No, let me make a point. People, they say, no, we need jobs. No, inch to inch, inch to inch. We urge the government to come and support us. We don't want you to give us everything. We've got our talent, we've got something. But when we come before your offices, please open doors and make sure you listen to us. Mr. President, us we're here to help in job creation, entertainment-wise. I think I'm comfortable with that.
Okay.
Let's not just complain all the time. There's a lot of talent. There's musicians, footballers, artists, fashion. We can become... Look at Lupita Nyong'o. Don't you want to see... We shouldn't just see B-Flow talking to Obama. We want to see Denzel Washington. I said, my brother, can I give you? We need that, my brother. We need that.
Yeah. Blessings on those, and that's what we're looking forward to that. And looking forward to have you next week as well.
Next week, make sure you guys, you are winning some stuff.
We have a lot more to give.
Yeah. So next week, someone is going to be working away with a t-shirt.
A t-shirt and a ticket and a bottle of wine.
Wow.
Plus an extra. If you buy one.
Yeah.
And an extra.
On a certain day, we'll make sure, buy one, get two for free.
Oh my goodness. Let's get to be back on the other side as we get to wrap it up right here on the lounge. And this is pretty much on what we had today. But on the flip side, we'll get back, we'll get to wrap it up right here.
I want to be immortal. Not in the literal sense, I just want my flame to be as perpetual as the candlelight on JFK's burial site. I have heard them say that I am down to earth. Now I suppose that explains why they mistook me for a dumbat and stepped on me. But I just want them to know that I have iron bars. They should have called me hematite. I want to be remembered. Not just for the snaps of my punchlines, but for the images of hope I met your minds visualized on. I want to be remembered. You see, I want my name to be remembered amongst the stars for the times of glow in the dark with nothing but only words that could have chimneyed the Alpha Centauri. I have heard them say that I am fearless, but I just want them to know that the only reason I kept on going was my belief, my fellow youths, because surreptitiously I too was a coward, and the only place I could ever be bold was a barbershop. I don't want to be remembered as just another poet. No. I want them to know that I was a bohemian artist, and on days like this, I use my words as a weapon to fire at my discomforts like the termination of employees. I want to be remembered as an African revolution, a movement for change, and the voice of an African youth. I want to be remembered. For the times I almost made them cry because the only reason my poetry was filled with rhapsodies that I put my life in them stories. I suppose that meant me Lord Voldemort because for every poem that I scribbled, I lost the whole cracks. I guess that meant me a portrait too, you see. I want to be remembered as the memory child. And this has nothing to do with royalty, but kings never fall, they just bless the ground. So I just want to be remembered through the vicissitudes of time as King T.M.C. King.
All right, so that is lounge poetry, something new that we are introducing on the lounge. We will be bringing or having poeters send in a clip where they're doing poetry, and of course, apart from lounge talent, we also have lounge poetry like that. So, in winding up the show, closing up the show, King Vince is on the set. But unfortunately today, due to time, we are not going to do analysis. We're going to do it next week because on the stories that he's supposed to analyze, we are actually bringing the original, the owners or the perpetrators of those stories so that we can get to have first-hand information and then also convince getting to analyze them as they come and as they are.
Yeah, pretty much, and I truly appreciate for each and every person who was watching this show. Awesome show it has been.
Yeah, awesome.
Maybe anything that you have to say as we're wrapping up?
I think, let me just, as you said, let me just apologize. Last week I wasn't here due to some years and theirs, and there is more that we have to talk about that we can start from morning till sunset. I know most people are waiting to hear the views of the story that were actually taking place. Yeah. I think most of these will be given more information about it next week because they still have the story for OC where he was blasting some guys from the United States. And there were some more stories that we brought about that we are going to be able to analyze next week. So I know there's more that people are expecting us to talk about. We'll talk about most of these things next week.
All right, pretty much like that. And I would truly appreciate for each and every person who woke up in the morning to watch The Lounge until we get back, same time, same place, right here on Prime TV.
And of course, let me just say, somebody requested that he's an ardent follower of The Lounge, so we say a big shout out to Joseph, all the way from Mansa. Since the time we started, I think we now 3 years, 3 years old, and he's been watching the show since the time it started, even up to now. Right now he's watching, so big ups to you, Joseph, all the way from Mansa. Good to know that you really follow this show.
Yeah. All right, so this is where we have to say. We'll be back next week, same time, same place. But we really appreciate PMC, Lance, King Vince.
We out.